It is a gorgeous, overcasty, rainy morning. We're doing some creek fishing today. We're going to be starting out with our spark shad. Now this is a 3-incher on a 1/4 ounce jig head. The water is absolutely crystal. It's extremely calm. There's almost no wind this morning. And it's in the high 50s right now, looking to top out at around 63. Now I only have a couple hours here, and the bite has been extremely tough lately. I mean, 1-2 fish days, putting in about 6 hours here and there. I took a break yesterday. I just wanted to give the water a little bit of time, give myself a little bit of time to kind of recharge, get motivated. There we go, that's a fish. What do we got? So the gar spawning, there's been hundreds of them. There we go. Oh, spit it. Spit it. That was a cool one. So they are still out there aggressive. It's like they're actually trying to eat my bait right now. During the spawn, they were really short striking me a lot, just taking a nip here or there. I think it was more of like a warning type deal, or trying to kill it rather than actually eat it. But it seems like they're trying to gulp this bait today. Got one. I'll try to keep her down. Fighting like a gar, I'm thinking. Oh, and a beautiful one, man. That's a second time that's happened to us. We'll check our line real quick. Should be okay. They almost had to hook themselves. It's really a hard fish to catch on a jig head, the way their mouth's built. Really just luck. I mean, I have some strategy in doing it, but for the most part it's luck, especially with those bigger ones. It's not necessarily what I'm targeting today, but it's all I'm seeing in the water right now. I don't know if the other fish are kind of spooked, or they're not in the area, or what, but we're just trying to catch something right now. Now this doesn't feel like a gar. Cool. Aggressive. Little white bass. Well, I have to show her off. First fish of the day there. That's something. That's something. So there are fish other than gar out here. It's a good sign. Oh, right on top of one. See how hungry they really are? And we're down one. That's why I bring 2 rods. I've given the water a rest a couple minutes. I bet we're gonna get picked up on our first or second cast out here. Just gonna kind of drag this until I feel it pick it up. A couple pops here and there. Try to get some attention, then slam one on it. There we go. Okay. They really don't start fighting until you get them up pretty close. Okay. He's up on our... Oh my gosh, we lost. How about that, man? What a freaking shame, dude. Alright, so I'm gonna retie. I don't know how well it's gonna show up. Probably not at all, but my line is pretty frayed from just being picked up by all these gar. I just got a feeling we're about to get hit. So I'd like to be as prepared as possible. I flung a bait off after it getting chewed up. That's how I backlashed my other rod I was using. So now we're down to this medium light. I don't know how well we're gonna fare with it if we do get one on. Sometimes less seems like it's more with these fish, so might be able to bring them in. I brought them in on some pretty weird stuff. So. Ultralights and stuff like that. It's just all about them hooking themselves right. Hooked up. Oh, what on earth? There we go. Nice fish. I'll tell you what, I wish we had a more powerful rod right now. I wish I hadn't have backlashed that. That's a nice bass. Wow. That is a nice smallie. Beautiful. All right, everybody, a beautiful smallmouth. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if we can get better lighting over here. Got that heavy overcast. There we go. That's what I'm talking about out here, man. Not able to hook into a gar just yet. Not able to land one, I should say. But we're catching fish now. Good looking smallie, man. Good looker. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I had a great time making this one. I didn't film an outro to it. I had a couple dudes start fishing with me. We were talking, having a good time, but I didn't ask them for their permission to be in the video, and I didn't really feel comfortable with just showing random people, putting them out there like that, you know. So, yeah, I just kind of cut the video short. I didn't catch any other fish, so it's not a big deal. But I did want to show the reel that I ended the video on, which I don't give enough love to, which is the Curado 70 MGL. So I love this reel. It's a solid reel. I typically fish my Metanium shallow spool. I needed to reline that. This kind of my backup. I slapped this on the old medium light and had a blast using it. It's really solid, well built. It's Curado, obviously. It's got that brake dial right up here like the newer Curados do, similar to your Curado BFS. Now you can see the size difference right there. I throw the BFS a lot. It's got that sweet drag clicker on there, but I like throwing a 6-pound line on this. The reason I like this reel so much is because I can throw 8-pound. Now I can get away with 8-pound on the BFS, but the spool just doesn't hold, you know, enough line. That's my boy Mars in the house. What's up, Mars? Causing a ruckus with this toy. So Well, I can reel this up with 8-pound and fish it. I've done it a lot. You know, the minute you start retying, snagging up, lose a little bit of line, you're almost casting that entire line off when you're throwing something like a 1/8 ounce, that type of deal. So I like this. It's a slightly bigger spool, but it's still small enough where I can get away with fishing 8-pound line. Absolutely love it. And so I got my 150 right here. You can kind of see the size difference. They look pretty similar, right? This one's slightly older. It's got that brake dial right down there, kind of on the bottom, which can be an issue sometimes. You know, it's just not as quick of as an adjustment as I like. You know, you're turning your rod upside down, you're kind of looking at the numbers on there. This one's got that side dial, which is nice. You kind of just glance down at it, click it up, click it down. Then we got our 200 right here. Typically, the line I like to throw on these different reels is, this one's kind of my bigger swim bait rod. I like to run a 15 to 17 pound line on this. And we kind of go down to our 150 MGL. That's a good 10 pound is about the lightest I like to throw on a 150 size. And then I'll run it maybe up to 15, though I typically hang around 10 or 12 pound line. Now 8-pound is my all-time favorite, 8-pound fluorocarbon is my favorite line to throw. I just like it, it's fun. I can still horse in a big fish, but I still have that finesse aspect of the lighter line, smaller diameter line, and that's where the 70 really shines. So reels like this or the Metanium shallow spool are kind of my go-tos. And finally, we got that BFS, which I like running 6-pound on, which I know some dudes throw 4-pound. 4-pound, I'm just really not, I don't like throwing that light a line in the case that if I catch like a 2-pound bass, it's gonna be just the most epic fight. Where BFS is fun and I love doing BFS, I love finesse fishing, until you start losing big fish and you realize you just don't have the power it takes to get them in comfortably. And that's where I like to stick with 6-pound minimum most of the time. Ultralight fishing, yeah, I'll go 2, I'll go 4-pound, something like that. Anyway guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It is a stellar reel. I highly recommend checking it out if you are into Curados and you want to try something different. That 70 size is a lot of fun. Pairs really, really well with a medium fast rod. Medium whatever rod, really. There was kind of a lapse in my video output. I had some family in town, so really didn't have time to sit around and edit some stuff, but I do have a bunch of footage I gotta get together for y'all. I had an absolutely amazing day out on the water this morning. I think in 2 hours probably caught more fish than I did last week altogether. But I'll catch y'all next time. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and get some good fish out, my friends.